Okay, welcome back everyone. Good afternoon. I hope all of you have worked on your assignments and some finished, some on the way. Hope you'll be able to head up on time, yeah? Just 7 more days. Okay, today we have Rosalind, Vivian, Huisi, Priya. Okay, we see who else can come in, yeah? I got 2 or 3 already mentioned that they can't make it. Yeah, I think there's 3 of them. All right, nevertheless, we'll carry on our lesson. So far, can I ask if you have any questions on your assignment for those who are still doing?
Okay, about the recording, the recording the lesson. I give lessons to 5 children together lah. But if for then my activity show to present just for 1 children, or every children need to practice that activity. I mean,
basically, what we want is to see you teach. Okay, whether you teach 1 student or 5 students, it doesn't matter. We want to see you teach.
Then I just take around 15 minutes like this only, then finish over my class. Is it okay?
For a class, usually is 30 minutes. Well, how many minutes I put there? Can you help me to remember? Because I got so many assignments just like you. How many minutes I put there?
I'm
30.
my side. Yeah, 30 minutes.
30 minutes, right? Yeah. So 30 minutes should be the usual lah, no? One lesson should be about 30 minutes. Hopefully not too short lah. Most important is I can see what the teacher is doing, what the teacher is teaching. That's my main thing. Okay. And if you're giving activity to the children, yeah, of course, I would like to see what activity you're giving. That's about it. Yeah. I must be able to know what you're teaching based on the lesson plan that you submit.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? I think Huisi, you raise your hands. Is it Huisi?
Hi, Miss Yeoh. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I already done my recording, so I think I make it under Google Drive. But one of the problem is I make it around 29 minutes. But once I check back my recording, it's not that clear. I mean, like I still can see my face, but yeah, not so clear. Maybe like 70%. Is it okay? I mean, for
What do you mean by 70%?
Now, later, maybe I can share you. I screenshot and share you. Is it okay? Okay, thank you.
It'd be good if you can just tell me so that I can quickly just give anybody who have questions now before
I mean the resolution.
Oh,
The resolution.
is not
Yeah,
clear.
yeah.
I see. Why, yeah?
I'm not sure because I checked through few times already. I'm trying to upload at YouTube, but yeah, it's more than 50 minutes, so is cannot make it over there. Then I try few times to upload over Google Drive, but same things happen. But once I check with my laptop itself, actually that's fine.
When you say you check with your laptop means what? That means you just click the link there.
No. I mean, like before I upload, the video is in my laptop. So I watch through my laptop. It's actually okay lah. No, not much of problem. But once I upload, that means the resolution is not so clear.
Sometimes you can. I think there's one setting whereby you can upload it even though it's more than 15 minutes. Just like our recordings, no, it's more than 15 minutes.
Oh.
I don't know, but I'm also not very familiar with YouTube, but I think can be done. I think. But maybe
yes,
you can check.
Okay, let me check. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, anybody else?
Yes, Miss Yeoh. Let's just say, I mean, my introduction is about 5 minutes with the song and all that, and then there is a direct instruction, and then there's guided practice. Miss Yeoh, because just now, when you say guided practice, what I just because I don't have kids to teach. So I just
Okay.
do I just do as though I'm giving it the manipulatives to children and then ask them to okay, because I'm going to do one-to-one, that kind of
Mm-mm.
thing. So
Okay.
so if I just say okay, 3, 4, 7, so it's like if they, I mean, so I just act out as though they are doing it lah.
Okay. So in what sense? Okay, when you say three, okay, you say three, and then what do you do, and what the children are supposed to do?
3, and the children are supposed to take and yeah, okay, I'm going to use recycle bottle caps to
Okay.
they are supposed to use that as manipulatives to put three caps lah, or something like
Uh-huh.
that. So they
Okay.
will know the counting, the numbers, as well as
Uh,
the manipulative steps. Okay, so maybe just repeat 2-3 times with other numbers, then maybe let them count backwards. After that,
okay. All right.
and then,
You are saying you are talking about pretending that they are there, but when they're not there, like you are saying, right? So can, as long as you say okay three, then you have to count 1, 2, 3, so that I can see what you are teaching.
okay, okay, and
Because
then
if you just three, then there's no reply. You also didn't do it. Then I don't know what is that so called. I do not know what is that three. You know what I mean?
yes, and then okay,
Because
so intro.
because
Sorry.
because you as a teacher, when you say three, you also ensure that you support the children by giving the guidance 1, 2, 3. See?
Okay, and then
Ah,
okay, that would be direct instruction. So guided practice. Okay, guided practice. So when there comes to independent practice, I mean, should I that one okay lah. It's a closure. Miss Yeoh, the other
yeah.
thing is when do we do I need to uh, uh, put in the report the practice like the worksheet that I'm gonna give them, or
Oh, that
should I
will be good. That will be good so that I can see.
okay,
Ah,
okay,
so
and
even your video, you can also show. This is the one. If you have not completed your video, you can also show. This is my worksheet so that I can see clearly what you were doing with the children.
okay,
Mm.
so okay, and then by the end of this lesson, student will be able to blah 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 blah. Okay, when it
Okay,
comes
hold
to
on. Don't put by the end of the lesson, children will be able to. Just put children should be able to. Okay.
okay,
Of course, we want them to be will, but
uh,
we also give reservations that they may not all be will. Okay. So we say
okay,
should be able to, or is expected to be able to. Okay.
okay, okay.
Uh,
And then when it there is you say there it should be learning outcomes. What I say what you what did I type?
maybe
Uh
you can take out the assignment. Just hold on. It's
yeah.
easier for
Uh,
you.
Sorry.
Yeah, let me
Uh
take out the assignment so I know what you're talking, where you are talking about.
okay, okay.
Okay. You are talking about. Okay, what are you talking about? Let me go to the part you're asking.
Learning outcomes.
Oh, learning outcomes. Okay,
Okay.
learning outcomes should be the lesson plan.
Yeah, the lesson plan. So just
Okay.
okay. Sorry, Mr. When you say focus learning, so you ask for two wait learning outcome.
One main focus and two integrated.
So my learning focus would be counting or sequencing number. One,
Okay.
when you say integrated skills,
Okay.
memory.
What do you use for counting? What do you use? What material? What manipulative did you use?
I just use bottle caps, recycled
Okay.
bottle.
Okay. So bottle caps. So bottle caps is to use to count 1, 2, 3, right? So
Yes.
the what you call that? You can also do example classification. Can be the integrated. How to classify? Okay, you put all the caps together. You put all the empty bottles together. Classify. So that's integrated. You see?
Oh,
Or you can do patterning. Okay, 2 caps, 1 bottle. 2 caps, 1 bottle. 2 caps. The next one is what? 1 bottle. Patterning. So that is become the integrated. Your main focus is counting. Then the integrated is the other two, patterning and what did I say just now? Classification. Yeah, it really depends on you. I'm just giving an example.
Okay, okay, okay. I was thinking. Oh, I was
Okay,
thinking.
what? Mm.
What focused. I thought integrated can be fine motor skills, no, huh? Or language skill, no. Huh?
Preferably maths lah, preferably.
Okay, okay, Miss Yeoh.
Mm.
Okay, then I have to tweak it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, welcome, welcome. Okay, anybody else who want to ask about your assignment? Just remember, learning outcomes, please put should be able to. Everyone, please listen carefully. Your learning outcomes will be at the end of the lesson. Children should be able to. Okay, as much as we want them to be able to, but we always give reservations. Not everybody know 100% what you are teaching, yeah, or understood you. So we put should be able to, or is expected to be able to. Okay. Okay, how about Priya? Any questions, Priya?
So far, no, miss. I'm still doing. So far, no.
Okay. So far, so good, huh?
But is it compulsory? Like I have to have my students. I can just record the video after the school session, right? Because it's hard.
I think, yeah, can. I think a few of you have been asking me the same question, and I've been giving the same answer. Okay, you can teach in front of the children, or teach real children, or you can teach as in just to show me how you teach. Okay, so like I just told Rosalind just now, if example, a very straightforward example, you're doing counting 1, 2, 3, so you say let's count. So you're asking the children to count, right? You don't just keep quiet lah, because I cannot hear, right? I cannot hear the
Yes.
children, right? So when you say come, let's count together, then you count together. You yourself say 1, 2, 3, then I can know what you are teaching. Whether what you are teaching is in line with what you prepared in your lesson plan.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Later on, the lesson plan which I planned for them, I can make them sit and give them that activity and take a picture and send you, right? I can put in the reports, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Now, that one is under your teaching. So if you can put under your what you call that, your teaching part lah, huh? All of you are doing individual. Okay, all are doing. You can just put it in your part of your appendix.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
That is very helpful for me to know what you are doing. Okay.
Okay, miss. Thank you.
Sometimes the students, they record themselves. I cannot see anything. I only see the children's backside, the teacher's hand, so I cannot see what the teachers are teaching, So it's very important. Even next time when you're doing your practicum, you have to ensure that the video is shooting at your face and what you are doing, because we want to see how you teach and what you are teaching. Okay.
Okay, miss. Thank you, Miss Yeoh.
Welcome. What about Kai-Sin? Kai-Sin C? Any questions on the assignment, or are you still doing?
No question.
You're already halfway doing, I guess.
Yes.
That's very good. Okay, if no questions now, but I have one part of the part 2, assignment 2. Some of you have been asking me this question. Before you start asking me, I'll tell you first, okay? Some of you hear the words hot, and then you all are unsure what is it. Just hold on, let me see, where is this? Okay, this one. I'm opening up the question, the assignment question. Just a minute. Okay, so under the assignment 2, if okay, I just share screen. Just hold on, yeah. Okay. All right. Are you seeing the assignment? Are you seeing the assignment?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Just a moment. I want to share this. All right. So you have to discuss the application of mathematics concepts. Okay. So whatever you have taught. Okay. Whatever concept you are teaching in your lesson plan. That one you use higher order thinking skills to explain further. All right. You use higher order thinking skills to explain further, which means based on your lesson taught. Okay. Think how else you can teach. All right. Perhaps a different way and how the children will benefit from your teaching. Okay, any other ways or any other things that you think you want to share based on your teaching, how the children can understand better, or how else this part of the mathematics can be taught in a different way. Okay, this is what I mean by using your higher order thinking skills to write your answer. Okay, that means you start thinking, put on your thinking caps, what else and how else can I teach that part that I've just taught? Can you get what I'm saying? Can understand?
So, okay, Miss Yeoh, let me just recap. I use my example. When I use the one-to-one, so I use the cap, the first one. So now I have to think of different method to use them, to teach them.
Correct. You can suggest another way. Yes, this is what I mean by putting on your thinking caps. Higher order thinking skills. That means you start critical thinking. What else can you teach? How else can you teach? How else do you think the way of teaching can make the children understand? Okay.
Just one example. Just one
Sorry?
example. Just one example for this HOTS will do, is it?
Okay, you see, based on your teaching, you can put another way. Okay, good enough. At least one, I would say, if not two. Okay, at least one. And then you go on to see number 2. All right. Number 2, describe the fundamentals, mathematics concepts and learning in your children, in young children. Yeah, how can an early childhood educator, which is you, all right, deliver the concepts? For example, all this. So we have learned so many concepts. These are just examples in case you're not sure what concepts I'm talking about. So therefore, I put it here. If you go to your lesson slides, you can see, I think from topic 1 to topic 3, all the concepts are there. So you just pick any concept that you're most familiar with, at least 3, I would say, and elaborate how you can teach these concepts. That means apart from whatever you are teaching, just to share how you can teach this concept in your report. Okay? Can I understand?
So like just now, like classification or patterning that you explained just now, lah.
Can, yes. So you have already used one main one, correct?
Yes.
You already used. Then apart that is, those are the one that you are teaching.
Yes.
Right. And then here you see what I say. How can you deliver concepts of this? So maybe another 3 different types. How can you deliver? Because in assignment 2 is basically only a report, nothing else. So come up with another 3 concepts. How you think you can teach? That's about it. Okay, that's why you use your HOTS to think, higher order thinking skills. Can you understand? That means you just think, how else can you teach? Is there another way of teaching, or you think that, okay, these 3 concepts I have not taught in my lesson, okay, I'm going to explain how I can teach. Okay. Understand?
I think boleh lah.
Everybody else understand or not?
Sorry to interrupt, Miss Yeoh.
Sorry?
Sorry to interrupt. I mean, for the writing report, basically we need to explain what we are doing. I mean, like in more details for our lesson plans, right? This is the first part. So the second part is we need to use our HOTS to explain the another way of our teaching. For example, I'm choosing cardinality counting.
No, you look here carefully. I just mentioned another 3, any of these 3. Okay, any of these 3, you go to lesson 1 to 3, I think all the different concepts are there. Okay, choose two or three that you're most familiar with and explain how you can teach the other few. See, describe fundamental mathematics concepts. All right, the first one is whatever you have taught, based on what you have taught. Yeah. You see, relate to the concepts highlighted in your lesson plan, you saw? Okay, so that's based on that one, you can explain again, maybe give a different method how you can teach and how you think the children can understand you better. That is the number one, okay? Number two is pick another 3 concepts and explain how you can teach. Get it, everyone? Vivian, Priya, Hoisi, Rosalind, Taisin.
Okay, I think I'm okay.
Can
Yeah, I
I?
think a lot of things to change.
Oh, I see. I'm not sure what you want to change, but this is what you just have to explain how you are going to teach them, lah. Huh? Okay, and then the third one is what are the activities that you would use for your integrated concepts? Okay, explain the integrated concepts. All right. What are the activities you will use? Okay, understand? So you have your focus skills and you have your integrated skills, right? So here number 3 is talking about strategies. Okay, explain the strategies and suggest fun activities to integrate concepts to integrate the concepts you mentioned. How to retain the children's interest. Okay, so that means whatever the 3 that you have mentioned from the number 2 point, you integrate, you add on with the what you call it, activities, how you want to do it. Understand? Assuming you pick patterning. So you thought patterning, I can teach like this way, up to you how you want to do it, and then yeah, this is the activity I will do. If you can give a name to your activity also, or picking same shapes or picking colors, anything, up to you. All right? Are you clear?
Miss Yeoh, you any pictures for this, right?
Sorry?
Or for this report, do we need to attach pictures?
Now when you talk about activities, usually you have some what you call that, some materials, right? Unless you can explain the material so well. All right, otherwise if you have your appendix, if you have your pictures, you can put it under appendix, or you can
Okay.
you explain. That would be better.
Okay, so Miss Yeoh, let's just say when you say fun activities, if I were to this one I'm using, but I don't know whether it's boleh ke tak boleh. In my fun activities, you say suggest fun activities. So I'm going to use addition and subtraction. Let's just say I'm using 8 cartons with bouncing balls and numbers in the 8 cartons. So I'm going to teach, if I'm going to teach addition or subtraction, that is it applicable, you know?
Can. As long as you take as long as you name your concept that you are going to explain.
Okay.
So
okay,
I will know which concept you're referring to.
Okay, Miss Yeoh, one more thing. When you say fun activity, should there be more than one, or what's the minimum number? At least 2
Just
ka?
one for each concept.
Okay, thank you, Miss Yeoh.
One for each concept is good enough, yeah. And finally, the last one, how would you apply the mathematical language, yeah, in teaching, yeah? So, and you can also recommend the teaching approaches and justify the support and justify it with support of references in case you do not know what to say, yeah. So for the last one, what you can do is, how would you use mathematical language? Yeah, what are the mathematical language? Long, short, more than, that kind of things lah. You can also find in chapter topic 1 to 3. Inside there, there's all the mathematical language there, right? Can use look there, and they are all there. Okay, so that's what you can use, and basically it's just that. Now, some of the students miss interpret the question and they start writing what HOTS is. Okay, I'm not asking you to write what HOTS is. HOTS is applicable to any discipline. Okay, it's applicable to any subject. So this HOTS is telling you to think further, do some critical thinking, how you can teach in another way. Okay, analyze the topic or the subject that you want to teach or the activity that you want to do and explain. That is what I mean by using HOTS. Get it? Do not explain to me what HOTS is, okay? Understand, everyone? Get it?
Yes.
Yes, huh? Now I'm going to send this to our group so that y'all don't get confused. For those who are not here, I just send over there. All right. For those who are not here, at least they see, hopefully they understand. Yeah. Otherwise, they can just ask me. So, any further questions? So, yeah, I thought I want to tell you first because some of you get the wrong idea and start telling me what HOTS is. Okay. Okay. Any further questions? All okay? All right. If everyone is quiet, I will move on to our next topic. I'm going to stop share. Okay. Okay. Today we are going to talk about this measurement. Also, we have talked about it before, but never mind. Whatever is here, I'm going to show you. Yeah. Basically, this math have some repetition in the topics because they are all linked. Actually, they can't do without the other, so they are linked. Okay. Let me share screen. Okay. Are you looking at my learning plan 9?
Yes.
Are you? Yes, huh? Okay, that's great. Okay. Okay, my learning plan measurement. Yeah, now we are talking about measurement. I believe we have also mentioned this before. What is this doing here? Hold on. Just a minute. Okay, here it wants me to open up the whole thing. All right, so when we talk about measurement, okay, in this learning plan, students will discover the many ways in which children enjoy learning how to measure. Okay, so basically teaching the children the natural ways to measure when they do not know how to use a ruler yet. So how can they measure? Yeah. So in your opinion, how can children learn measuring? If I say measure the length of the table, how can you teach the children to measure? How can you teach the children to measure?
Using handspan,
Using
fingers,
okay, yes.
rulers.
Rulers.
But I don't think they can see the
Actually,
they don't have to see the
don't
number.
use ruler first. We assume that they do not know how to use rulers. Okay, so what do they use? Like what you say, the hand, the palm, fingers, beads, blocks, right? Or you can even use their handphone. Children nowadays, 6 years old, maybe they have handphone. How many handphone length is their table? All right, so these are the ways we can teach them. Okay, so how can we teach children weight? How can we teach children weight? How do they know which is heavier, which is lighter? Can someone share? If I ask you to give me an example of, give me an activity on how you're going to teach weight to the children, what activity would you do?
Put it on their palm. Let them feel it.
So how would they know? Okay, whatever you are talking, let's say maybe orange, all right? So you want them to feel the weight, right? So okay, yes. How can they know which is heavier, which is lighter?
For the heavier one, we have the pressure. So that will have to go down.
Make them understand. So in the first place, we have to teach them what is, when it's so heavy, so difficult to carry, is called heavy. The other one, when you can pick it up so easily, is called light. So we introduce the words to them first. Then they will be able to answer your question, correct? Otherwise, you want them to explain the pressure and all that, I don't think they know how to explain that, correct? So we teach them, yeah. And you can also use the what you call that, the scale, the scale, the dutching, yeah, the scale. Put the oranges, one here, one here. You ask them which one is heavier. The one is going down is heavier, right? So we teach them this way. Then they can know, when you ask which is heavier, they can see the one that is going lower is the heavier one. The one is going up high is the lighter one. First and foremost, we have to introduce the mathematics language to them first. Okay? So that's how they can learn a weight. Okay? Another way is also, you can think of the seesaw, right? The seesaw they play, one sit at one end, the other sit at the other end. Who is heavier? So how can they tell? Now after introducing the mathematics word to them, mathematics language to them, do you think they are able to answer your question? Yes?
Yes.
So how can they answer your question if you ask, okay, look at the seesaw. Which one is heavier?
I think they can say the one that goes below low.
Okay, so that should be their answer, yeah? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. We should first make known to them, yeah? All right. So we have volume and capacity. Now, these two is quite similar yet different. Okay, volume, they have a formula, right? The base times height times width. Okay, it's the whole thing. Okay, capacity is more for water. That's how it's been segregated, all right? All right. So, what about time? What about time? How can we teach time to the children? Okay, before we start talking about what time and what time, we assume that they already know number 1 to number 12, all right? So how can we teach them how to compare time? What is the difference between this time and this time? Or morning will be from what time to what time, you see? So we can ask them to count. Morning will be about from what time to what time? You tell me, morning will be from what time to what time? Looking at the sun. How would you teach them to understand, to measure time? How would you teach them to measure time?
Activities that they do.
Sorry? Activities they do, okay, you can do it that way, but how can they measure time? How do we teach them to measure time? Activities they do is an indication of time, right? It's an indication of time. I eat breakfast, okay, it's in the morning. I sleep, it's 9, right? That's an indication of time. So how do we teach them the activity to understand the difference in time? Okay, now it's 8 p.m. You are supposed to go to bed by 10, for example. So you want to ask them how many more hours do you need to go? You will have to need to go to bed, right? So you let them count. After 9 is, after 8 is 9 and 10. So they know that after 2 hours, that will be bedtime, for example. So this is to introduce to them how we can measure time. All right. It's a lot on what we have been doing on a daily basis. It's just that you think and to create an activity for them. That's about it. That's why you start thinking more. Okay, that's why you use HOTS to think further. All right, but this is thinking on activity. How do you teach them to measure money? How do you teach them to measure money? How do you teach them to measure money? What kind of activity can you have to measure money?
Role play in the market.
Correct, role play, all right, in the market, all right. So how can you teach them? This is how much and this is how much. This is so much. How much money you must give me? How can you teach me? Teach the child.
Show them, I think in the market they have fake money.
Okay. So you show them, but how are you going to teach them? Oh, this is how much, and you add how much to this how much. So it's just again addition or subtraction. All right. So we assume that the children already know numbers. So we teach them the addition and subtraction in order to find the balance of the money, the difference in the value of the money. All right. So you just create an activity. That's about it. All right. Okay. This apple is 2 ringgit. You gave to the seller 10 ringgit. How much must you take back, for example? So there is teaching them to measure also. Okay, one or another way is 1 apple is 2 ringgit. If I buy 5 apples, how much must I pay? That is also measuring, right? Correct or not? Understand? So basically you are creating activity for the children, yeah? Any questions on this? Any questions? No, huh?
No.
Okay, I'll move on. All right. So yeah, this one, I think that day I did ask this question, yeah. A man in the river have 9 liter of bucket, 9 liter bucket with a 4 liter bucket. Okay, I see how you're going to answer me this time compared to the previous week. He needs exactly 6 liters. How can he use both the buckets to get exactly 6 liters of water? Okay, one more time for you to think. One bucket is a 9 liter bucket. Another bucket is 4 liter bucket, but he only wants 6 liter. So, but he needs to use both the buckets. So how can he get 6 liters in 2 buckets that we say just now, 9 liter and 4 liter bucket? How?
3 plus 3.
3 plus 3, okay, or what else? What else? Priya, how can you use the 2 buckets of uh 2 buckets of the 2 buckets to have 6 liters of water? Yes, Priya, or anyone? Are you guys there?
Yes. So, Monsieur, this one I can use friends of 6. 6 plus 0, 5 plus 1. Like that, is
No,
it?
we cannot 6 plus 0 because we need to use both the buckets.
Oh, okay, then.
So there is a trick there. Okay, so there's a trick there. So it's either you use, just now you say 3 plus 3, right? Or you can use 4 plus 2, yeah? Or 1 plus 5. So that is it's so simple, yeah, sometimes we don't think of it, right? So this is to make you think. All right, let's move on. Estimation, how can we teach children estimation? Again, let's say you take 1 jug or make it simple, 1 bottle of water. How many small cups, yeah, the Chinese tea cups you need to fill in this bottle? So you ask the children to guess. So that is called estimation. So when you guess, is your answer always correct?
No.
No. It can be right, it can be wrong. Okay, so that is why we call it estimation. All right, so this is how you can teach children estimation. You can come up with your own ideas. Okay, so the language skills, a way of looking at the world, a language for understanding and expressing measurable relationships inherent in our experience. Yeah, okay, so remember to give them opportunity to use the mathematical language. Yeah, so like I say, more or less, bigger or smaller, okay, far or near, these are all mathematical language. Yeah, all right. Okay, so these are the experience and learning. Also, I've already gone through, but basically, it's all mathematics is all about these things. Conservation. Who can remember what is conservation? What is conservation? What is conservation? Conservation. Anybody want to try? Yes, Tracy, you want to try?
It's same, but they say it differently. Like the object, maybe the one cup is in like big size, one another cup is in small size. Both is 50 ml, but they just see it differently.
Correct. Because of the container that is different. So there's conservation. All right. So everybody understand that? Okay. So if you are going to have an activity of conservation for your children, this is one example. Okay. Any example will do as long as the children can understand. So this is how you can explain in your report. Okay, I'm going to talk about conservation, and this is what I'm going to do. There's many other ways of doing it. Yeah, space or even the dough. Okay, two doughs, same weight, same everything, but the size, the dough of the shape of the dough is different. Example. Okay, there's so many other examples you can think of. So that's why you are given the opportunity to think further. How else you can teach them with different activities? Okay, comparison. Compare objects, the mass and length we have said just now. Yeah. Okay, and then ordering. What is ordering? Experience in ordering regular and irregular objects, leading to concept of gradation and situation. That means it's in order, either ascending or descending, but it must be in order. All right, it must be sequential. Big to small or small to big. Okay. 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 Then here again, we are talking about language again. Yeah. So you got long, short. Okay. You can use part of the body to measure how many finger length is your laptop, as I mentioned. Yeah. So the children's finger, they are very short. They can use their finger. How many finger length? Yeah. Body parts. Okay. Now we talk about estimation already. Calculation. That means your calculations plus minus is enough for children of kindergarten. Okay. And recording will be instead of using the real bar chart, pie chart, and all these, we want to bore the children. We just draw the chart out and put all the same group together. All those who like oranges, these all come to beside all the names here. All those who like apples, the names will be here. So that becomes your pictogram. Yeah. So it's a way of recording your data. So all this we have gone through already. Okay, I'm going to go to the next one. Just hold on. Okay, are you still looking at, still able to see? I'm moving now is planning and organizing.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. I just need a confirmation because sometimes I'm teaching here and they only tell me after half an hour that they can't see. Okay, all right, thank you very much. Okay, in this learning plan, students will learn we'll learn how to plan and organize the environment to better able the children to develop a love for maths in their class environment. The students will also be able to identify key elements that are required when designing or planning maths program. Yeah, students show understanding of setting up the learning environment, curriculum, and now how do you set up a maths corner in your kindergarten? Now I ask you to set up a maths corner in your kindergarten. All right, how would you set up? Do you want to try setting up in the Google slide? No sound. Okay, then you just tell me, how would you have a maths corner? How will your maths corner look like in your kindergarten? Assuming your maths corner is in a room that is unused. Okay, so you put a maths corner there. Okay, what will you have in the maths corner when you call it maths? What will you have there? You will have a lot of symbols, right? See the number symbols. 1, 2, 3, 4, the number symbols. Those are called number symbols, huh? All right, you can have those counting beads, right? You know that standing thing, the wooden counting beads. 1, 2. Okay, these are the things that you can have at your mathematics corner. All right, what else can you have there? I already given you 2 examples. Now you tell me. Each one give me 1. What else can you have at your mathematics corner?
Blocks.
Okay, blocks. Okay, blocks with the numbers, maybe. All right. Okay. All right. What else?
Some flash card. I mean, like some cards on the what is it, on the wall, like numbers or with colors also, and shapes.
Okay. All right. Okay. What else? Vivian? Vivian?
Can be self-made material.
What material? Sorry.
Matching color, like in the egg carton, the color and the pom pom ball. Put in the matching color.
Okay. Colors are also maths. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What else? Priya? Priya and Ki? Priya and Kai. Okay, Kai. What else can you add to your mathematics corner? Priya, give me 1. Kai, give me 1.
What about the geometry building toys? I mean, for the kids one, you know, you can fix it like into triangle, then cube size, cube shape. All that can be included.
Yes, definitely, as long as it's maths. Okay. So I'm basically just asking you. I just want you all to talk. Okay. 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 And everything that has to do with maths, you can even have the artificial, the paper money, right? For those older children, like 6 years old, maybe they do play, a role play in the supermarket, McDonald's or something like this. Okay, there are so many things you can think of. Okay, or the sandpaper whereby they can follow to trace, right? You can have all those things. And maybe you want to have a sandbox, but then again, sandbox, they may spill the sand and things like that. So now if you're going to decorate a place for mathematics corner, how would you decorate the place? So where would you put your sandbox? Okay, is it nearest to the door or nearest to the back of the door? So that then you explain why you want to put it there. So that in case it spills or what, it is near the door, easy to sweep, for example. So all these things, when you do your corners, you have to consider all these principles. Okay, when you put your corners, what are you thinking? Safety, or they can just basically they can learn, or what else? All right, this is really up to you. Okay, so this is what you will do for your corners in your kindergarten. For those who have kindergarten, more or less you should have the idea, and also to ensure that that corner, make sure it is very inviting, all right, bright, cheerful place to go. Okay, not a place that they are so scared to go. Then there's no point having your corners in the kindergarten. Yeah, it's a bright place, comfortable place, got the bean bags for them to lean back when they're tired and things like that. This is what we call a learning corner for the children. Okay. All these are your furniture. Also make sure it's children's size. The cupboards, the shelves are children's size. All right. And whatever you put there, it should promote the 5 domains that we learn. Okay, what are the 5 domains that you learn? What are the 5 domains? What are the 5 developmental domains? Piles. Yes. So, correct. So what is it? P is what?
Physical.
I?
Intellectual.
Okay. L?
Language.
E?
Emotional.
And S?
Social.
That's great. Okay. So just remember the piles, okay? Whatever you learn in any discipline, in any course, it will come back to these 5 main domains, piles. Okay, so depending on the question, you have to answer accordingly. Don't everything and put the 5 piles there. Huh? All right, that's not the way to shoot at the questions. Okay, that's just cheating your way out. But in case you don't answer the question properly, you won't get your marks. Okay, so this is what it means. If we ask for 5 benefits, you give 5 benefits. You don't give 10 benefits. Okay, you can't fish for any marks. No point, because the lecturer is only going to take the first 5. It's right, it's right, it's wrong, it's wrong. We got no time to check all the other extras. Okay, because if you're going to give, when we ask for 5, we are giving 10. What happens? All correct. Are you going to get extra marks? No. Same. So when we ask for 5, you only give 5. 5 of your best answers. Sufficient. Okay. All right. Now we look at, this is talking about layout. So it really depends on how you want to decorate your place, yeah, how you want to develop your learning corner, yeah. Okay. So this is all talking about how you can do it, yeah. Math learning, sorry, my eyes is getting, okay, math learning, relationship and developing thought structure, yeah, organization of the materials, toys, part of the invisible curriculum. All right. So this is talking about how you teach them. Sometimes you just leave the things there. Certain things, they are self-directed, right? They are self-correcting methods of play, yeah? I think we mentioned this before also. All right. Okay. So when you prepare curriculum for the children, when you prepare your lesson plan or you prepare your program for the children, ensure that it is what? Age appropriate. Okay. If it's 4 years old, you give the curriculum, you give the maths at the level of 4 years old. If it's 6 years old, you give about 6 years old. Okay. For 4 years old, at the most, you count 1 to 10 or simple concrete addition. That means those things with pictures. 1 ruler plus 1 ruler equals 2 rulers. The thing that they can see and touch and feel tangible. Okay. And for 6 years old, what can you do? How can you teach them? Well, what kind of activity can you give them for 6 years old compared to 4 years old just now? 6 years old, what can you do? Six years old, you use abstract, right? They are supposedly able to picture abstract. 2 plus 5, 2 plus 3 equals how many? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this is for 6 years old. So what we are saying here is age appropriate. This is what it means by age appropriate. Okay. Also individual appropriateness. What do you mean by individual appropriateness? Now, we always say we treat all the children the same. Am I right? Definitely. And the bottom line is treating all the children the same. Then again, in one class, every child is unique. So are you sure you are able to treat everyone the same? Okay, treating everyone the same would mean that the bottom line, yeah, you treat everyone equal, same, teach them. That's what it means. But when you come to individual differences, you have to guide them individually, because one child differs, one child's thinking, okay, differs from the other. So you have to teach this child slower, because maybe he's slower, and the other child, maybe you can go faster, maybe because he's a more advanced student for her age. So this is what it means by individual appropriateness. You get what I mean? Do you understand the term there? You
Yes.
understand? Okay,
Yes. Yes.
thank you. Looks like there's only one student here answering me very actively. Okay, that's great. Okay, so yeah. So again, we talk about when you are teaching mathematics, you use real objects. Real objects would mean that you are using conventional teaching. It's not technology teaching. Using technology teaching means what? It's exactly like what I'm doing now. Okay, I can show you ruler, orange pen, or pencil, but it is all on the, it's all using technology. What do you see? Actually, you're only looking at the laptop and my slides. That's all, nothing else. But you are seeing a lot of things. Orange lah, ruler lah, water, for example. You see? So that is called using technology to teach. Okay? Can you understand?
Okay.
So that is using technology. Now, students today, or rather teachers today, they always tend to make the laptop or the technology the teacher. Don't forget, you are the teacher. The laptop or the smart screen or the technology is only a
Teaching aid.
teaching aid. Okay? That computer is not the teacher. You are the teacher. You don't let the computer teach the children. End of the day, the children say, teacher, you go. I can learn myself. Yes or not? But then again, some children will need some guidance, explanation, and things like that. So when you are using technology to teach, every time, remember, you are in control of the technology. Pause when you need to pause. Okay? To teach the children. So that this is called reinforcement. To reinforce what you want the children to understand. Okay? Don't just let the computer teach. Because nowadays, somehow after MCO, everything is just technology. And it make life so easy for the teachers now. But I still feel it's not good enough for the children. Because they are not seeing the real things. You know, they are not feeling it. They are only looking there. Actually, they're just looking at the laptop, not anything else. All right. So that's what we mean by using real objects. Yeah. So remember what I say, when you use real objects, after that will be the picture. Yeah. The pictures representing the object, after which should be abstract. Yeah. So these are the things. You can use two-dimensional objects. You can use pictures. Okay. And any other real things to teach maths. There's no right or wrong. As long as you can use that object to teach maths, it is usable. Okay. Okay, so when you are teaching mathematics, what do you need to consider? Okay, materials must be attractive, interesting, and appealing to the children. Why do you think so? Why must you make it attractive to the children?
To keep their attention span.
Yes. Excuse me. Okay, basically, so you bring attractive toys, attractive real things, excuse me, so that to retain the children's attention. Also to ensure that that item is durable. Okay, what do you mean durable? Don't have the things easily torn, easily broken. Yeah, the children just put inside the mouth is gone. Okay, make sure it's not those type. It's durable, good plastic, good quality, so that if the children happen to bite it, they won't get intoxicated in that sense. Yeah. So must be able to use the items, be able to manipulate the items. All right. Sometimes you can use the items to count. Sometimes you can do segregation, classification. Okay. Sometimes you can do patterning. All right. So these are the things that we are talking about, manipulative items. Okay, they must be safe. As I said just now, it must not be easy. It must not have toxic uh, contents in it, yeah, because children, you know, they put everything inside their mouth. And also ensure there's no sharp edges. These are the things you need to consider when you are buying things for your kindergarten next time. Materials must be developmentally appropriate and match the outcome of the objectives. Materials must be suitable to the needs of individual and able to meet desired outcome. Okay, whatever is your lesson, you make sure the material you use will achieve the learning outcome that you expect. Okay, that means as to link to your uh, uh, lesson plan. Yeah. Okay, do not, okay, free of gender, cultural age. Do not have something to do with something sensitive that make them don't feel good. Okay. Say talking about girls and boys, something they say girls are better or boys are better, these kind of things, try to avoid it. Also try not to use toys that have races there. Okay, different races, and then you discriminate other race. Nothing to do with that. This is what you are supposed to consider. Have a variety of materials to encourage new different ways of exploring. Yeah, so always have new things for them, new things for them to do, different to get them interested in their maths. Yeah. So what your items that you have for them, encourage or promotes them, okay, to learn independently, to count independently, to learn by themselves. Okay, materials must be towards that principles. Yeah. Okay, must also promote learning together. That means they must, the material you have, they cannot play by themselves. They must have another friend to play with them. So it promotes learning together, peer learning. Yeah. So when you have all those things for the children and you think that it's so expensive, you start storing up. Now you don't store up until a place you yourself forget where you put, because it's so expensive. So nevertheless, what's the reason that you have bought? You bought it because you want the children to use. So when you put into the mathematics corner, so you ensure that you put in a corner that is reachable by the children, so that it make full use of those things that you bought for them. Okay, don't put a place so safe that you yourself forget where is it. Okay, this is the learning center I've been talking about, the corner. Yeah. Make the center should be made available to every child every day. There's rather the corner lah. Okay, the corner. Okay, these are the things that you can use for the children. There are so many things that they can play with. Yeah, they can toy cash register where they can do role play. Yeah, kitchen timer where they can learn how to measure time and things like that. There's just a lot of things there for you to explore. Okay. Okay, I'm going to the next one. Okay, now we are at the next one, lesson 11, role mathematics teacher and scaffolding mathematics. Okay, so the introduction. In this learning plan, the students will discover the main roles of the maths teacher and will begin to understand the importance of scaffolding children. Okay, how do you scaffold children? Scaffolding children is whose theory? Who can tell me? Scaffolding children is whose theory? Scaffolding is talking about the theory whereby children already know a little bit, and with the guidance of the teacher or the adult, they will learn better. Okay, that is Lev-Vygotsky theory. Okay, scaffolding, helping the children out. Okay, give them guidance for them to do better. Lev-Vygotsky. Yeah. In our chapter 2, you have all the theories there. All right, you can look at that later on. Okay, the students will discover the art of asking questions and would prompt or assist them in understanding the ideas of maths. These skills are essential for young teachers as they will be able to use them when they are on placement. The students show understanding of the roles of the teacher in facilitating mathematics activities, such as well as the importance of scaffolding mathematics learning. So we are just talking about guiding the children so that they learn better. If you leave it to them just to learn, yes, probably they can. Some may not be able, and some will need guidance in order to do better. Lev-Vygotsky theory, yeah. Okay, what does the mathematics teacher do? You have to plan and evaluate the curriculum, ensure your curriculum is good enough for the the children of that age. So is it age appropriate or is it individual appropriateness? Okay, equipped with subject knowledge. All right, create create activities that are engaging and interesting. Being kindergarten children, you always need things that can retain their attention span. Yeah, create the atmosphere and prepare the environment. Try to make your atmosphere and environment friendly and exciting so that children will want to continue to be with you and pay attention, and they'll be able to absorb what you are teaching them. Okay. Create careful observation and documenting. Okay, whatever that you have observed about the children, sometimes you can document it. What do you mean by document it? That means you write down lah. Okay, collect data about the children. Okay, if you have learned observation and assessment before, you will know what I'm talking about. Okay, just taking down data. Okay, that's called documenting. A mathematics teacher should continue to grow as professionals, okay? Should build connection between mathematics topics and other subjects. You can see that mathematics is also connected a lot to other subjects. For example, time. What are the subjects? It means time. What time you go here, or you go to school. Yeah, it's connected to other things. You go to school for what? To study, for example. Yeah, this is what it means by connected. Should utilize a variety of teaching materials. Okay, plan and organize rooms to encourage active child involvement. As a teacher, your philosophy should have actively involved, should have the word actively involved and a holistic development. These are the two keywords when you write your philosophy as a teacher. Yeah. Plan and organize room to encourage active and child involvement. Model positive attitude towards mathematics for all children. Address children's learning on individual basis. Remember I said individual appropriateness. Yeah. Develop partnership with parents and other family members. Try to always have contacts with the family members so that the family member can work together with you if the child needs help. Okay, how do you plan your work for the children? Okay, first and foremost, you assess them. Why do you need to assess them? Can anybody tell me why before you give something for them to do? Why do you need to assess them? Tell me.
So that we know where are they? I mean, like,
Correct.
where are they?
Yes, so that we know where is their level. Okay, we assess them first so that we know where they are, is their level. And when we come up with our objectives for them, we come up with our plan for them, we will plan according to their level. All right, assess them, you choose objectives based on their level. Okay, and then you plan experience. What should the child do to achieve the above? So after having the objective, or the child must learn up to 10 only. So how do you plan the experience? You prepare an activity that the child can learn up to number 10. Okay, plan experience. Select materials. Which materials should be used to do the above? How to teach this child up to 10? What materials you want to use? So you have to start thinking, oh, this child maybe not so good. I just give them the foam to show her 1, 2, 3. At least she can hold and see. Okay. Or maybe another child which is very fast. I just give her the blank paper for her to write 1 to 10. Also can. It really depends on you, what you want to achieve for the child. Okay. And then you select the materials ready, you teach lah. Okay, do the plan, you teach according to your lesson plan. And then after teaching, you evaluate whether the child understood what you say, whether she's improving or not. Okay, that's the step 1 to 6 you have to remember. Okay, just look at this. This is a thing that you have to know what to do before you start preparing your mathematics curriculum or lesson, or for any special child. Yeah, when I say special child, I mean any child that you think you want to observe on mathematics. This is what you have to do first. What's the first one to do? What is the first one? Assess, and then
Decide.
choose objectives. Okay, and then
Plan experience.
okay, plan experience means you plan what you want that person to the child to do in order to achieve your objective. Yeah. The next,
Select materials.
okay, select materials according to their age and their development appropriateness also. Yeah. Okay. Then after that you will
Teach them.
teach them, and finally,
Evaluate.
okay, why do you need to evaluate? Why do you need to evaluate?
To check that the activity whether reach the learning outcome.
Okay, to check, yes, correct. So to check whether it achieves your learning outcome, okay, or you achieve your objectives, yeah, and also to know whether your program is working or not. Okay? So this is one thing that you have to remember. Okay. So this is, as I mentioned already. Okay, planning, you have this is what you can write. Okay, and then selecting materials, okay, the good quality materials. Then you teach them. Okay, if you found that after doing an evaluation, the activity does not work well, okay, then you analyze why. Why is it not working properly? Okay, why is the child not interested? Why he's not doing what I tell him to do? Or why he doesn't like to do this one? You have to find out, okay? Were the materials right for the task, okay? Where were they interesting? If is further assessment needed or not, okay? Whatever she has done, is it she need more time or not? Yeah. So these are the things you need to assess, and you need to evaluate to see what you can do better for her. Okay, so as I mentioned, scaffolding just now is to guide the child behavior. The teacher uses to assist the child support learning and development. Assist the child. That means the child already kind of know a little bit, but you assist, you help. Yeah, the teacher provides instruction, materials in the environment, and other experiences to support the child and enable the child to acquire competencies and continue to move to new competencies. Yeah, so that we can help the child from one step to another, one level to another. Scaffolding in play-based learning. Some materials are self-correcting, but with semi-instructed materials. Teachers need to scaffold children's learning as follows: communicate together, explore together, read together. Some children, when they are together, they do not know how to communicate. So we put them together in the hope that they know how to communicate with one another. Okay, they know how to explore with one another, play together, count together. All right, and then they read together. Okay, so these are the scaffolding learning in play-based curriculum. Yeah. It's play-based, but it's scaffolding, but it's play-based. All right. Maybe okay. Want to see this? Okay, this is basically teaching them the 1 digit, 10 digits, 100 digits. Yeah, you can watch it yourself. I just want to show you a little bit. Yeah, okay. All right. Now let me move on to the next one. I need to open up this. Okay. All right, so we go to the next one. Are you able to see? Or just let me put on my this the charger. Oh, just give me one moment, yeah. Are you guys there?
Yes, can see.
Just give me one moment. I need to put my adapter.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, this better. Okay, now we come to our lesson 12, topic 12, mathematics through play. Yeah, this should be something very familiar with most of you. Importance of play in initial mathematics learning. You will also notice that the topics here are a little bit linking here and there because they are basically just that. All right. So why is it important to have play in mathematics? Why do you think it's important to have play in mathematics?
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay, what else?
Understand better?
Yeah, understand better. All right. So as we say, our pedagogy is play-based pedagogy, right? So every time we have any activity, maybe any discipline, you have a play-based methodology. Yeah. So why we have in mathematics in play in mathematics so that the children can understand better and absorb better. They learn better when they have fun. Don't forget. Yeah. Okay. Relate various play experiences in math concept learning, all the concepts. That's why I ask you for examples. How do you teach measurement, for example? Okay, measurement itself, there are so many types. Time lah, distance, it can be length, it can be weight, yeah? So how can you teach measurement concept? Okay, what else? How can you teach classification, for example, yeah? So it's really up to you which one you want to pick. Plan play experiences to encourage mathematics concept development. Yeah, so it's always good to have play for children. Okay, when we talk about play, it's not play until they forget everything, but play and learn. Okay, play and learn. Specific learning materials and activities in relation to different concepts and skills. Yeah, manipulative things, right? This thing, all right. Why do you say it's manipulative? How else can you play this? Now, this one is that they are like building castles, you can see, right? Building buildings. So what? How else can they play this, for example? The first one. How else can they play?
Learn shapes.
Shapes, yes, shapes, right? Ah, so that's what I mean by manipulative. You can play in different ways. Also, you can, what else? They can learn shapes. They can, what else? See? They can learn, okay, first and foremost, they learn how to build. Secondly, they learn shapes. They can learn also how to segregate. Yeah. What you call that? Classification. Yeah, so many things. They can also learn addition. Okay, 1 plus 2. Can use this. So many things they can use. Yeah, so many ways. Okay, construction materials, things that they can construct and understand better from what they already understood. Yeah. So there's all these are how you can have the materials for them to play. Okay, movement and activity. I've also mentioned this before. What do you mean by movement and activity? It is maybe you say jump. Okay, jump. Okay, jump. How do they go? Up, down, up, down. That's jump. You can also say skip. Left, right, left, right. You see, these are all. And while they're skipping, they can also count. So you see, so that one you can call movement activity. And then self-correcting materials are like puzzles. What else? What else? What other materials are self-correcting? You tell me.
Blocks.
Sorry? Blocks. Okay. Yes. What else? What else? Self-correcting. Blocks, puzzles. You say the geometry ball, right? If no, this one cannot put in, you put another one, right? So these are the things you can think of. Maybe sometimes often you cannot remember. All right. Or they can even sing or storytelling, right? How do you tell story in maths? How do you tell story in maths? You tell me. Vivian? How do you tell a story in maths?
The story of 5 little monkey jump.
And then? And then one fell down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then left 4 monkeys. Yeah, there's a story. Okay, there's also a story. Or you can also say, once upon a time, there are 5 students in this class. Okay, and then one went to toilet. How many more in the class? For example, I can give a simple example. All right, I can say the trees. Okay, we have so many apples in the trees. So one day Ahmad went to pluck the trees, pluck the apples. Okay, he plucked 10 into the basket, but there are 2 drop on the floor. So how many apples can he bring home? There's also a story. Okay, it's a problem-solving story. Okay, get it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So now we talk about mathematics. There are so many ways to teach maths. Art maths. Okay, art maths will be what? Look at this. Like I want to emphasize, when you teach children, you always try to make it interesting for them. And when you teach children, many times you have integrated learning there. Now you look at this art maths. Okay, why they call it art maths? Because they are doing what? What are they doing? Yeah, what do you think they're doing?
Cut and paste.
Yeah, cut and paste. That's art, right? So that's why they call it art maths. Okay, so now you look at this. What do you think this thing is? This one. What do you think it is? Looks like what? Priya, this one looks like what, Priya? This one, this picture looks like what? Yes? Priya, what does the picture look like? Okay, this one, if you look at it, it looks like a window, isn't it? Looks like a window, right? So now, why they call it art? So this window, they are pasting what? What can you see? The most obvious one. What shape is this?
Diamond.
Diamond or square. All right. So they learn shapes. You ask them to cut up the square or the diamond, and then you also ask them to cut up some so-called stars. All right. So they learn how to do art while they are learning mathematics also. Yeah. So that is the thing. Okay, now what they talk about block maths, that means they are just using blocks, right? To play and learn. Like I said just now, they can do so many things with the blocks. Okay, let's look at this one. This is a different game. Place newspaper sheets on the floor. Place a set of building materials on a newspaper sheet. All right, so you put the paper, maybe for you, you can just use an A4 size paper lah. Okay, make life easy for them. And then put all the blocks on top. Let them put it and see how they decorate the things, the blocks on the A4 size paper. Suggest a small group of children build a structure on the paper area. When the children are finished building, ask them to step back and observe how the space was used. Okay, this A4 size paper, how did they put the blocks? How did they decorate the blocks? Okay, observe and ask them. Okay, how did they put the blocks and how much space they use in that sense? Yeah. And then, so this is just mainly to create activity for them and to make their mind think. How much did I use the space? No matter how they put, whether it's this corner, that corner, and that corner, the space remain the same. Correct? The space remain the same. So that is called what? That's called what? When everything looks different, but the space is the same, it's called what? Conservation. Okay, conservation. Please remember that. Yeah. Okay, now we got about body mass. It's just talking about using the body to do maths. All right. Children press their hands onto the sponge and feel with pain. Okay, they will press, and after painting their hand, they will press their palm onto the paper. Okay, the space between each print. Okay, and then you can ask them. You can see how they print their the palms onto their paper and see how they have used space for themselves. Yeah. Okay. So cooking, all this is up to you. There's no right or wrong. How you can make your class interesting, basically. All right. So this one is called what? If you look at this, what can I call? Satay. All right. The what you call this? The cucuk one, what you call that?
Kebab.
Kebab kah? Okay. So what can you call this maths? The principle is what?
Pattern.
Patterning. Yes, it's patterning, right? I don't know what is all this lah, but you can see it's patterning. Yeah, maybe one piece of meat lah, one chicken lah, one cucumber. Yeah, so it's patterning. So you see, it can be any kind of activity to make your activity interesting. All right, to ensure the children understood and like your class. Okay, this one, center mass. Okay, place index card in numeral. Okay, identify numerals, say 0, place counter under the numeral 0. Okay, there are no objects under this card. So we want to teach them 0. What's the meaning of 0? That's how you teach them. Okay, put a cloth there and tell them open up, there's nothing. Nothing means 0. So they learn. They open up nothing, they will know how to say 0. Okay, otherwise how to show them 0? Right? Or you can put one item under the piece of cloth, you cover and open. How many items are there? Let's count. One. Okay, so these are the ways, activities we can have with the children. Okay, moving mass, this is how. All right, you have this hopscotch, yeah. Hopscotch, yeah, hopscotch. I used to play those days though. All right, so before the activity, show the children the numerals written on the squares and how they should be hopping, following the numbers, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So by doing that, they actually learn the numbers, to recognize the numbers and to do what the number tell them to do, 1 leg, 2 legs or something, yeah. they also have their physical development there. Okay, outside maths means they go out of the building to play outside their classroom, yeah, outside maths. Okay, how they learn. Okay, they step on the sand and then they count their footsteps, for example. So these are the things that you can think of for the children, yeah. Play-Doh to song and games, yeah. From Play-Doh to songs and games. Sit with the children, play with Play-Doh, rolling it, tearing it, flattering it. Okay, you know Play-Doh, right? The sticky small stuff. But there are some nowadays very dry and not sticky. Make a lily pad shape and place on the sheet of cellophane paper on the table. Place a plastic frog on top of the lily. Yeah. Repeat this until you have 5 lily pads of frogs. Okay, then you can start singing your song. It's really up to you how you want to be creative. Okay. So again, whole group of men prepare a chart with names of children. Place newspapers, seats on the floor and on the chart. Ask the children to find their names on the chart. Explain that the newspapers are their seats. Yeah. Have the children move to a newspaper seat, saying, I am thinking of someone whose name is on this row or the third row, on that row. Okay, up to you. Go through all the seats until the last name is on the chart. Okay, whatever name they are talking about is asking you to guess who is there. All right, so that's why you see this is just giving you examples how you can teach maths. Okay, any questions so far? Any questions? No. So basically we are almost done here. So yeah, this is another one talking about preschool education. Now, okay, let me read the introduction to you. In this learning plan, the students will be introduced to an essential part of National Preschool Curriculum, the KSPK, yeah, the cognitive development strength, and will be guided on how to use documentation when planning and implementing lessons when they are on placement. Okay, when you're doing a practicum. Okay, so we introduce an essential part of the National Preschool Curriculum where you can find it in the KSPK when you're doing your lesson plan. Yeah, the cognitive development strength will be. Why am I keep repeating this? To use this documentation when planning and implementing lessons when they are on placement. Preschool students will show understanding of mathematics, yeah, mathematical knowledge in Malaysia's early childhood curriculum. So basically, you are given the KSPK. Do you know the KSPK? Do you have the KSPK with you?
Yes.
So that is the one they are talking about. Based on that, you will understand. Yeah, there are a lot of under the KSPK. There's a lot of strengths whereby that can be your integrated strengths. Yeah, when you teach. So in your KSPK, you can see there are 6 strengths. Yeah, tunjang. Yeah, science and technology, communication, spiritual, attitudes and values, and you have physical development and aesthetic. Okay. And then you have personal competence and humanities. So these are the 6 strengths that we can find in our KSPK. These strengths are all integrated into what you are, onto your main focus strength. Science and technology strength, yeah, all these you'll find it inside there. Yeah, basically it's just an intro. Okay, I won't go into detail, but this is what you can see. So curriculum curriculum integration thematic approach. A thematic approach means everything leads to the same theme. It can be maths, art, science, anything is talking about one theme. Okay, this theme, if you look at this, all right, what theme do you think this is? Look at the maths, insects life cycle. Art is what? Making butterflies. Okay, science is what? Talking about their life cycle. Okay, music and movement, move and make the sounds of those insect that you're doing. Language, the hungry caterpillar, for example, you just read that storybook. And social, their geographical habitat. So this is about what? How can you name this team? You tell me. Somebody, how can you name this team? It's a thematic approach for all the subjects. That's what it is called thematic. So what theme is this? What theme is this? Can you tell me? Yeah? What theme is this?
Insects or living things?
Yeah, okay, you can say insects, you can say life cycle, right? Or you can just simply say science, yeah? So because it's actually under science and technology. Okay, that's great. So now we have curriculum, integration, mathematics again here. Now we are integrating with maths. Just now you integrate with what? Thematic approach. Now it's maths. So maths again, compare quantities. What is this? Okay, compare quantities more or less. Okay, that's maths. And then art is doing what? Use thick and fine lines. Okay, fat or thin crayons. So there's art to draw your shapes or the more or less items, for example. Science will be what? Investigate hot or cold, heavy or light. Okay, so it's still maths. Okay, can you see the heavy or light is maths, right? It's integrated. Music and movement, you have big and small, slow music, you can move accordingly, big steps, small steps. It is mathematics. Language, okay, you read the story lah, for example, that relate to this mathematical concept. And social studies, decide who will be the big brother or sister. So you see, this whole thing relates to maths. Do you agree that this whole thing relates to maths? Yes or no?
Yes.
So that's how it is. Okay, that's why it's called the approach. So basically, these are the two things that I just want to show you here. And we have actually finished all our topics. I will share with you my other slides, whereby also you can also relate to all these uh, um, topics, yeah, all the concepts, uh, uh, corners, what are the things you should consider. All right. So these are the things I will send you in the slide. All right. And if there's, do you have any questions here? Anyone? I've already stopped share, right?
Yes. No more sharing.
Okay, that's great. So, all right, I won't show you all this already. Maybe I just let you know where you should study for your exam. Now, if needed be, I may meet you all for say half an hour to tell you what you can prepare for your exam. Okay, that's all I can do. I'll do my best for you. What you should prepare for your exam. Let me see if I can see anything here. The one that I told you just now. About how can you prepare a curriculum for a child? How can you prepare a mathematics activity for the child? Remember? So what should you do first? What should you do first? That one that we just talked about it just now.
I mean the assess, the teach, the plan, all that.
That's right. Okay. So you have to know that. All right. I just yeah. So what should you do in case this question come out? Then you know what to write. All right. Write assess why you need to assess. Give example. It's always good to explain a little bit and give example so that the reader will know that you understood well. Okay. Okay. What other things? Let me see. If you go to the lesson 2, you have all the what you call that, they have all the learning theories there. Okay, I like you to what you call that, revise on these Zoltan Dien's theory. Okay, go and read this up. Zoltan Dien's theory, everything about it, go and read it up. Yeah, of course you don't forget other theories lah. These are the things that I think you should remember, because this one have a lot of things to remember. Others it's not so many to remember, like Jean Piaget and all that. I think you should know. Okay, they have the pre-operational stage 2 to 7. Okay, concrete stage. Okay, and what you call that, formal stage and things like that. So for kindergarten it's only 2 to 7, and it's Jean Piaget pre-operational stage. So when I ask you to read this, that doesn't mean I ask you to forget about other things, right? I just want to stress on this because there are a lot of things to remember.
Miss Yeoh, this one is in the discussion question, right? What are the 6 stages of Zoltan Dien's?
Is it there? I cannot remember because I got so many questions in my head.
Is there.
I don't only have this maths, you know, I have 5 other subjects. Can you tell me, is there?
Yeah, I saw it's in 3A. What are the 6 stages of the Zoltan Dien's theory, and provide examples for each stage?
Okay, good. Go and answer them. That's why I tell you your discussion. I see not everybody has done it. Yeah, but it's good that many of you have done it. But those who have not, please try to do it, because that will gain you some marks. Okay, depending on how you answer. Yeah, that will give you some marks. That will give you up to 10 marks. Okay, so please do it. Okay, you can do all this as a revision. All right. Also, let me see what other things are. Okay, state the concepts. Okay, know the concepts, and then why is it important? How the concepts how can you make use of the concept? How do you teach those concepts? Whereby you also, I've mentioned it in your assignment too. Okay, you're in your assignment, I mean. All right, so remember, whatever you write, remember to give some explanation and your example. This is to ensure that I know what you are thinking. And also, it helps the reader to understand what you are thinking. Otherwise, if you just write one word, the reader do not know what you are thinking. The reader may think differently from what you're thinking, and there goes your marks. Different thinking marks. Okay. All right. Get it or not, everyone?
Okay, yes.
Okay, I think, yeah, just hold on. Let me see what else I can tell you to prepare. But most importantly, just prepare all the 10 discussion questions. That will also help you a lot already. All right. What else? A bit too small here. So basically, how you teach the children, the concepts, why you do this, why you do that, yeah. Okay, just go and find out more. I will send you some the slides so that you can look through yourself, yeah.
Miss Yeoh, I got a question.
Yes.
Asking us to write a lesson plan.
No.
Okay.
Well, you can just prepare one in case there's one coming up. At least you can be very fast, right? Isn't it? Let me see what else. Okay. So you may also remember what are the principles that you have learned. Okay, the fundamental principles that you have learned. What are those? So you make sure you know, you can recognize them, how you can explain them. Yeah. Remember the 5 principles? Is it in the discussion?
Yes, it's in question 4.
Wow, it's there. Okay, go and do all those, okay? It could help you a lot. All right. So that doesn't mean the others you don't read lah. You have to know a bit of everything so that at least if let's say one question come out, you can answer them. Because it's 3-hour test, right? It's a 3-hour test and things like that. Yeah. Also, yeah. Or everything I have taught you already, definitely. Yeah. So what are when you teach something, what can be the integrated approach? All right. If you are teaching problem solving, what else can be the integrated approach, for example? If you are teaching addition and subtraction, what else can be the integrated approach? Okay. So basically, this is some things I can share with you. At the same time, I really hope you also go and read other things, try to answer all the discussion questions, which will help you. Hopefully, there are some of the similar questions come out, then you can answer. Yeah, very hard they come out. Okay, so you can answer. All right, and yeah, so later on, I will share with you some slides that some of you like to refer to. It's easy for you to refer. So that would be very good. So if any questions, you can text in the group. If it's nothing personal, just text in the group. So it's easy for me to find and look back who texted me. Because sometimes you text all individual, and then when I'm in class, I got no time to look. Then a lot of messages, it may just go down and I don't see it. At least if I remember in the group somebody sent, I can just look through the group. Okay. You have any further questions? Any further questions? Yes.
One. Okay. Normally it's like 4 questions. They will have 4. I mean, 1 A, B, C. Is that how you're going to do yours?
There is no. Yeah. It's ABC as in their sub questions. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not objective.
Okay.
They are not objective, but they are sub questions. All right. Yeah. Any other questions? They are sub questions definitely. Oh yeah. Do you know when is your exam?
30th April.
30th April. Huh? All of you know, yeah? What time is it? What time?
It's in the 2 to 5.
Let me see.
It's Sunday.
April. Yeah, 2 to 5 Sunday. What yours is the last paper? Okay, that's great. Last paper, yeah? So you have all the time in the world to prepare. Any further questions you have? I will also have one more video to upload, okay, as an additional into the Blackboard, yeah? Any further questions? All good?
Okay, Miss Yeoh, I think. Okay, just have to go tweak the assignment.
Okay, that's great. So now it's only assignment and preparing for your exam. Okay.
Miss Yeoh, when is the last day to do my discussion questions? The deadline.
You don't wait for last minute lah, okay?
I'm still doing it. I have like 8 or 7 more questions to do.
You do, I would say preferably by mid-April lah. Give you until mid-April to do. After you submit your exam paper, after you submit your assignment, you got the time to do. Okay?
After the 8th, I still have time to do.
Yes, yes, you still have time.
Okay, Miss Yeoh. Thank you, Miss Yeoh.
Before exam lah, until before exam lah. But don't do last minute, please.
Okay.
Miss Yeoh, I've got one question. Let's just say I already answered the discussion question. Certainly, in your exam papers, the question is the same. What if my answer is going to be the same? My answer lah. How?
Yeah,
Plagiarize.
if it's your own answer, it's okay. If
Okay.
it's your own answer. But also try not to just copy paste. You can try to just rephrase a little bit here and there lah. That will save a lot of trouble. Okay. Okay. Just change a little bit here and there. But as long as
But normally,
your answer, as long as
normally
it's your answer, we will know.
Okay. Normally, Miss Yeoh cannot copy paste
No,
thing.
don't copy paste.
Okay.
I mean, why take the risk, right? Why take the risk? You can rephrase that, like I say, maybe you can change a little bit here and there, okay? Okay, anybody else got any further questions? No questions? Okay, I think all of you are prepared to submit your assignment. I already created the link. You can submit if you are ready. All right. And after submission of your assignment, which is on the 8th, okay. Now I created 2 links. One is for assignment 1, the other is for assignment 2. Just put it separately, okay? So that will be on the 8th last day. And after which you can just do your discussion question and do your revision. And you are done. And I also want to tell you that, this will be my last semester with you too. Maybe I won't see you again because I already resigned.
From Segi, Miss Yeoh?
Yes. Yes. I thought, since I'm teaching you this semester, I just let you know as a courtesy, since you're my students. Any comments?
A lot of them leaving. I think about 4 of them left.
Who?
English teacher, another one. Yeah.
English teacher as in who? Which English teacher?
She was in semester 1. I forgot her name.
Forgot her name. And who else do you remember?
My other classmate was telling other subject, other program. Other
programs.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. So yeah, it's like that lah. People come and go. Yeah. I wish you all the best lah. In case I don't see you again. All right. I hope all of you understood my teaching. Any comments so far? Can I hear some comments from you? Also quiet.
I think for me personally, I think this is toughest, second toughest subject.
Really?
Why? The other thing is I don't have experience. The first one, observation. The toughest one was observation because I don't know HM. So yeah.
I see. Observation is an interesting topic. Who is the lecturer?
Miss Chu.
Oh, okay. She came back to teach. Okay. Chu Lilian, is it?
Let me.
Okay. Anybody got any further comments? Vivian? Very quiet, Vivian.
I'm a second class with you. The first,
yes.
yeah, the first one activity, the planning, and
The
this is
photo,
a
yeah?
second. Yeah.
How is it?
Your class very not boring. Always
Okay.
thinking.
Always
Always
thinking.
always question a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, we
All
need to
right.
put attention a lot.
That's great. That's great. I hope you like. I hope you don't mind.
No. Okay, it's fun. It's a fun not so boring lah. Like other class very boring.
Yeah. Why did you all just listen only? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then where you go? Where you go after?
At the moment, nothing yet. But I also probably be doing my PhD. That's one.
Oh, okay.
And also other plans I'm not haven't confirmed lah.
Well, you're so good. Now you want to continue again study.
Chances are will be doing, yeah. Because when we are working, got no time to do. Really cannot do. So busy in Segi.
Keep learning.
Keep learning. Yes, every day we are learning. And Priya, anything, Priya, before we go?
No, miss, I'm good. Okay.
Okay, so you can do,
Yeah, all the best to you too.
Thank you. I hope you understood the teaching.
Yes, I understood.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, then I'll wish you guys all the best. And yeah, we'll see you again at WhatsApp. We'll meet in WhatsApp, okay?
Monsieur, you said you're going to do a workshop 30 minutes for exam. Will you do that?
We see how the thing goes. We see how the thing goes. All right. If I can, we try to lah. We see how we see whether we can come to a common time or not. Because after which I'll be very busy marking all your assignments and papers already. Because your assignment is coming in already, right? And I have 5 subjects plus your 6 subjects. Okay.
Okay, Monsieur. Thank you.
Try. Okay. Yeah, because I've whatever I told you just now, you just remember to revise. Okay. And it can help you a lot, and just answer your discussion questions. That will definitely help you too.
Okay, Monsieur. Thank you.
Sure. We will meet in WhatsApp to discuss further on everything. All right. Okay, then I see you guys. Wish you all the best, and I will talk to you on WhatsApp.
Okay, Monsieur. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.